Okay, and Zaida is an INTJ. And she says, what advice do you have for me? I want to scale my online business and hire an assistant, but I actually can't afford to yet. I want to use my voice more, write more, speak more, launch my course I have been dreaming about for the last 4 years. Okay, fantastic question. So this is for all the introverts out there. And look, bringing in a person into your business is a big deal. Now, all of a sudden, you're going to have to try and let go of some of the reins to trust them to do the work that you don't need to be doing, so that you can pursue these things, writing and speaking and launching a course that you've been dreaming about. So it's really important to understand as an introvert that it's a big deal what you're about to do, and it's easier. It's not optimal, like it's suboptimal, but it's easier on the short term to not do it than to bite the bullet and do it. Now, there are 2 ways. When I say bite the bullet, I repeat, I am not a fan of taking uncalculated risks, okay? So there are 2 ways in which I would make this happen if I were in your shoes. Number 1, I would either save until I had 2 to 3 months of wages for this person, this assistant, because remember, you need to be able to, pay the person. So you need to make sure that they have at least 2 months, that you have something for 2 months, which is kind of like if you're effective with your training, in 2 months, they'll be able to basically do their job, while you're still focusing on making more money. Or number 2, get an intern to whom you give something meaningful in return. So when I talk about internship, and I want to be really clear, when people are doing internships, for example, in my organization, interns are fantastic groups of people who want to make sure that they're doing something meaningful, but at the same time, they're compensated for what for the work that they're doing. Don't ever, and I don't expect you to do this, I want to be clear, I don't expect you to do this, but I want to be clear. Do not take advantage of people. Do not take more than you give. So if you're taking an unpaid intern, if you can't afford to pay for an intern and you're taking an unpaid intern, make sure that you're giving something in return. So that might be one-to-one mentoring. That might be, a child sitting service. I don't know. It could be in any number of things. Like I have several business interns with me right now. They learn business while they're doing their internships with me. So you need to make sure that people are that every person in that arrangement is getting what they need from the arrangement. You should always look to give more than you receive, so that there's this sense of generosity from your end. That's a natural generosity, but also expect people to carry out the tasks that they have agreed to being carried out. So you don't just end up giving, and they don't do their share of the work that you've agreed upon. So those are the 2 ways that you can change the situation right now. Either save the money that you have, that you'll have at least 2 months of money in the back office to make sure that you can pay the person, or consider an unpaid internship that has a reciprocal nature, like it's an exchange of power. So they give you something, you give them something in return. All right, so that's what I would say to that. But know that how you treat people will get around. If you are an unreasonable person who just always takes, people will hear about it. Of course, there's always 1 or 2 people throughout your whole career who will have a problem with you because their inner children are out of control. That's always going to happen. So you can't, that's not going to work 100% of the time. That some people will just come up with stuff about you that's not true. But if you can sleep at night knowing that you've done the right thing, then that's all that matters in those situations. Focus on building a positive business based on exchange of power instead of power struggles, and you'll always be successful no matter how you choose to build your business. So I hope that answers that question. I'm super excited to hear feedback on that. And please, if you like this content, comment into the comment section below, because it's really important for me that I actually give you the help that you need. I don't need to hear the sound of my own voice. In fact, I talk so much every week that I'm sick of the sound of my own voice. But so it helps me to get feedback. Was this helpful? Was this not helpful? What's working? What's not working? And parts of these recordings are going on YouTube, and parts of these recordings, so if you feel like there's somebody who could really benefit from the content, go onto YouTube and grab those videos and just share them with those people that you believe would benefit from them. Also, if you know a colleague or a friend or a relative or your dog sitter who would really benefit from being in this supportive group on Facebook, Integrated Life Facebook group, invite them along. But do tell them that they need to answer 3 questions just to qualify that the group is right for them and that they're right for the group. Okay, so thank you so much for this amazing platform. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Thank you for your questions. And I want to say a special thank you to Faida, who is helping me with this group. A special thank you for Ursa, who's been helping me with this group for a very long time. And also a very special thank you to Erica, who is also helping me with this particular group. So I feel really privileged to work with you all, and thank you. Just thank you. We'll continue next week. And in the meantime, have a fantastic week. Make sure that you do the things that are important to you, and take care of yourself. You're awesome. I'll see you then.